Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to give you a very quick introduction to Power BI. And I understand that whenever you have to do something new and you have to learn something new or different, it could be very overwhelming. And whenever you hear the words of like Power Query, Power BI, it could be like very intimidating and overwhelming as well. So in today's video, just follow along, and I hope that this beginner's tutorial could give you a boost in your confidence and get you started as well on a journey to Power BI. All right, so when you start, you actually get, when you open up Power BI, you get this window, and if you don't actually have Power BI, you could easily just go to powerbi.com, and in the products, you could download the desktop version of Power BI. When you download, you're done with the installation, you would have a view like this. You could get started by inputting data from here. If you have already been working on Power BI previously, you'll be having your recent files right there, just like in Excel. Here, you could also get started by sharing with someone else, or you could get access of some data sets from anyone in your company as well. In this section right here, because Power BI keeps on adding new tools or updating their current versions as well, so you could get some news on the new updates. You could follow along some forums and blogs for some resources and again some news and updates, and you could also follow along some tutorials to get a head start on learning about Power BI. All right, when you click on get data, so you're able to okay, let me just close this for a moment. This is the view of Power BI. It's quite similar to the view of Excel in that you have a ribbon and you have all the different tools which are grouped together based on the categories, and you have different tabs over here as well. In Excel, you have different sheets, and so you have different pages over here. And there are three basic things within Power BI. One is a report section where you actually build up your report. This is your major visualization. Then you also have some data tables, and you also have the data model right there. Okay, to get started, you could click over here, and you notice that you have so many different type of data sets that you could get. You could work with Excel, with databases, with SQL servers, with text, CSV, and you could also click on more and even get an unlimited, type of data that you could actually just load over here. All right, in our example, we have two data files, and one is the text file, which is the invoice information, and second is the master customer information in Excel workbook. So let's just get started. I'm going to click on text CSV, connect, and my data is right here on desktop. And it's going to give you a quick preview of how your data is laid out. And it's always better that you, instead of doing a direct load, it's always better that you go ahead and do some transformations. So click on transform data, because this will enable you to ensure that all of your different columns are in the proper data type. And also, if you have to make some modifications, you have to do some data cleansing, you could come and do it over here. All right, so this is how our invoice data looks like. You have customer code, product information, and you can see right here, these are the data type. Quantity, I would like this to be in a whole number, so let's just check it. It is a whole number. Sales, on the other hand, I would like this to be a currency, and I'm going to change this to fixed decimal number, and yes, go ahead and replace. And you can notice that this has been converted into a currency. And another thing that you might notice is whatever you're going to do, it's recording every step of yours right here, just like a macro does in Excel. And the advantage of that is, next time when I have an updated invoice file, all I have to do is just go into my data model and click on refresh, and it's going to have all of the steps recorded over here, and everything is going to be easy peasy. All right, so my sales is second thing which I have noticed is the date has actually been split into year, month, and day, and that's not what I want. I would like to have a column with a proper date in it. All right, so that would actually enable me to do time intelligence analysis. So I'm going to go ahead and use American format, which is month, day, and year. So whatever I need to, whatever is my first value, I just click that. So in this case, it's going to be month, press Control, day, press Control, year. Right click, and I'm going to go ahead and do merge columns. The custom, and I want separated to be a slash, and the heading should be date. Okay. All right. Now you can notice that the date has been is identified into text, and I don't want it to be a text. All right. I would like this to be in a proper date format. So just right click, go ahead and choose the data type as date, like so, and you can notice it's recording each and every step over here. All right. So that's about it. I'm done with my invoice. I'm happy with that. Now I'm going to go ahead with my second file. I could either just right click here and click on new query and select my source, or I could also go into new query and click on new source. It's a workbook and it's a customer master file. Just click on that and you'll notice that it's giving you two options. This icon right here, it's showing that this data is actually in a table format, and this is unstructured format. So anytime you have data in a table format, always go ahead and click that. All right. And again, it's giving you a preview. This is a preview of the table. If I click on this, again, it's going to give me a preview. All right, but like I said, always just go with the table. I'm going to click on OK. And here I am. All right, so let's just make sure that everything is the way that we want it to be. Okay, here I'm interested to split this column city and province. I would like this to be in two separate columns. And let's just right click and okay, before I do that, do you notice there's a format? The moment a city ends, a city name is ending, there's a space and then there's open bracket. There's like going ahead, that's the format with every other value. All right, so that's what I can easily identify. So I could just right click and split column. So that's going to be my delimiter, the format. All right. And it has identified the open bracket, but I'm going to give a space over here as well because I would like to get rid of that space. And I just want it to be the leftmost first occurrence. So let's just click on leftmost delimiter, click on OK. And we have our city and province separated. So let's just rename this. And this is going to be my city, enter. Okay, now in the province, I can notice that there is still that last bracket, the closing end of the bracket. So right click and replace value. By the way, whenever you right click and you notice all these values for making all the changes in your data, you can see these changes right up here as well. Like for instance, if I have to remove a column, remove a row, if I have to split anything, so all these options like split column, replace the values, everything, you could find the options right here. Right click is just like a better option. So I'm just doing that. Okay, replace value, find the end of the bracket, replace with nothing, and okay. I can just replace change the heading. This is my province, enter. Okay, I could also rename the query, call it just master customer. Okay, I'm good with this, but I also noticed that there are some extra columns in here. Now there are two ways of getting rid of the columns. If you right click, you could either just click on remove, or you could also press on delete from the keyboard. All right, but because I have multiple, I don't want to do that. That's going to be like taking me ages. Or if I have like a huge data set, it's going to take me ages, right? So I'm just going to come to choose columns, again choose columns, and here I'm just going to untick whatever I don't want. All right, so I want the customer ID, group name, category, I don't want the primary contact number, the phone number, I don't want that, fax number, website, delivery method, I don't need any of these, all right? So let's just click on OK, and that's it. It has actually removed it. So I'm happy with all these changes. So let's just come over here and click on close and apply. Okay, this step could take a moment. It takes a moment to upload and reflect all the changes. Once you're done with this, okay. And you could notice that this has changed. The look over here has changed. And how could you know that your data sets have been uploaded? It's right here. Before you were having visualizations. Now you can see the fields and you have your two data tables, which is invoice and master customer table as well. Again, if you come to this tab right here, data, you can also see both of your files right there. If you have forgotten a step, and for example, I need this date to be just a simple date, and if you forgot to format it, so you could easily come here and do edit query. Okay, now before we go ahead and do the visualization, I just want to make sure that the relationship has been built between both the tables. All right, and an easy way is you just come to the data model type, and we could just do the connection from there. If I click on this table, on this relationship right here, I can notice that this is my lookup table and this is my fact table, and it has Power BI has already made the relationship between customer ID and customer code. Now you could also have this option enabled in your Power BI. You just have to go to File, go to Options and Settings. Again, in the options, okay, when it comes up, you have this option of data load. Just click on that, and here there is auto detect new relationships after data is uploaded. So just ensure that this is ticked. All right, click on OK. Okay, now let's get started. Okay, let me just expand this. All right, so my very first visual is going to be based on sales by customer category. So let me just click on sales right here. Let me click on customer category. And by default, okay, this is the chart that it has Power BI has identified, and it has put that into a bar chart. You could easily expand it, like, you know, all these edges right here. You could actually do a customization of your, or resize it, okay? Now, this chart is selected right here, and you could easily change this as well. If I click on, like, for example, let's just go with cluster bar chart. So I'm good with this. So just click on the chart type that you want, and it would actually just get updated right away. Okay, and just like in Excel, if you have to do formatting on your chart, it's as easy as just clicking on this. You see this paintbrush right here? Just click on that. Let's say I am not interested in having any of these axis labels. So first of all, let's just get rid of this x-axis. Okay, it's gone. And in y-axis, I don't want the title, so let's just turn it off. Let's do the same thing on x-axis. Let's get rid of this sales right here. So keep browsing, and like so. I would like to have some data labels right here. So in data labels, just ensure it is turned on. And again, you could also do some formatting. Let's say if I would like to change the color of a text, right? So you could just select the text color from here. Let's say, let's go with a darker yellow. Okay, you can't see that. Okay, let's make something else that you can see quite easily. All right, and if I would like to increase the text size, I can just do it from here. Okay, I could also change the font size as well. Okay, so it's quite easy, you know, it's just like the way you would do it on Excel, but it's just clubbed all together. If I want to change the color of these bar graphs over here, so let's just come here and change it to yellow. All right, I would like the title to just simply say sales by customer category. So let's just come here, sales by customer and category, and let's just delete everything else. Enter, like so. All right, Easy peasy. Oh, and also in title as well, you could do some changes. Let's align it to center. Let's just change the font color to this. Or I could also increase the size of this, let's say 25. Okay, that's way too big. 15, for example. Okay, so this is how easy it is to do formatting. Okay, let's just go ahead with the other visuals. It's getting way too long. Okay, if you would like to have some filters added, okay, so you could just do it as easy as click on the slicer, okay, and I would like to have filter by year. You see this date? It has a calendar icon on it. Let's just click on that and further expand and click on year. You get this option, and I'm going to go ahead and do a drop down, and you get all the years right up there. Okay, and let's just format it. Okay, place it right there. And the best thing about Power BI is it's not just that, okay, you have a filter by slicer and that's the only way that you could actually do filtration, you know. If you click over here, it actually does a filter as well. Okay. All right. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to have a look at sales value by month. And this time, without writing a formula, we're going to come up with a year-on-year percentage change and a YTD sales calculation as well. Okay, how do we do that? Let's just click on table. I want month and I would like to have sales. All right, let's just fix this so everything is very neat and tidy. Okay, now the best way that you could do, okay, before I move, for you to actually do time intelligence analysis, you need to make sure that your date is actually having this calendar icon right there. And if you don't have this, you could again just go to File, go to Options and Settings, and in Options you have right here in Data Load you have this Time Intelligence. Make sure that this is ticked, Auto Date and Time option is ticked over here. Okay, so what we do is we come to Quick Measure, okay, and here in the calculation, there is a category which is called Time Intelligence, and we are interested in year-over-year change. The base value is going to be sales, so let's just expand this, put sales in there, and date is going to be simple date, like so, and let's click OK. Easy peasy. You don't even have to know DAX. So in Excel, you have the formulas and you have the language of Excel, right? In Power BI, the language is called DAX, D-A-X, and this is what it looks like. So you don't even need to know the complicated DAX language. You just use Quick Measure and it actually does that for you. Let's just hide this and click on sales year-over-year percentage. You could also do it another way. If I right-click on sales, I could go to New Quick Measure and I could just easily do my calculation from here. So again, in Time Intelligence, this time I'm actually interested in YTD sales. So this is going to be year-to-date total. And because I was in sales already, so it's doing a sum of sales, all right? And in date, like the way we did before, just drag and drop. Click OK, give it a moment. It's going to give you sales YTD. Let's click on that. And your table is completed. All right, how cool is that? Okay, another cool little feature I'm going to show you is this filled map right here. Okay, again, we're going to go with, this time it's going to be sales by province. Let me just, okay. So we click on sales, we click on province, and there you have it. How easy is that? All right, and like I told you, it's not just this filter that you have, okay? It's not just, okay, that I'm doing a filter right here, okay? If I click, let's say, for example, if I'm interested in December, if I click on December, it's going to show me all the December sales of 2018, okay? And let's click again to come out of it. If I'm interested in 2018 gift store sales, then that's what it actually shows me. All right. Okay, all the sales right there. Okay, One last measure we're going to do, it's going to be quantity by months. So let's just have a line chart, and this time I'm going to click on quantity, and I'm going to click on month, and let's just expand it so it looks nice and beautiful. All right, so it's really easy, and if you click on anywhere, so it's also going to give you a quick, tool tip as well. Okay, this is whatever the category is or whatever the data type is, right? It's going to give you that if you hover over. Okay, let's put the finishing touches. I'm going to put a title by clicking on text box, and this is a sales report. Let's just highlight it, increase the font size to 54. You could change colors. Let's make it purple. All right. And all right, let's just put it right here. Okay, that's way too much big. Okay, how much is good? All right, and okay, by the way, before I close, you could also have KPI cards. So let's say, for example, I'm interested on keeping eye on the quantity, that how much quantity is getting sold. So let's just click on the KPI card and click on quantity. And again, let's just resize it, and there it is. You can have like quick KPI scorecards that you would like to have an eye on as well. So we are done with it. If you would like to add more pages, you could add more pages for the analysis. You could rename this. All right, enter. And if you want to save it, just click on save. Save as. It's already identified that this is a Power BI file, and I'm just going to simply call it report and click on choose desktop and save it right there. If you would like to publish and share it with anyone, so just click on this and you could do that as well. All right, guys, that's it for today. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. I know it's a bit lengthy, but I just wanted to give you a quick head start, and I hope that you are confident now to use Power BI, and do stay tuned. Leave in the comments down below if you would like me to cover further tips or tricks on Power BI, or if you would like me to have further examples on the Power BI as well. And until next time, do stay tuned. Much love and God bless. Bye. Well guys, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and share with your family and friends. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I don't know what you're waiting for. Subscribe to my channel. Alright guys, until next time, stay tuned. Much love. God bless. Bye.